Hello and welcome back. So this is my second take here. Hopefully this one goes a little bit better. I had a little bit of a controller issue the first time. So before we begin the game, I just wanted to take a quick look at the schedule and then go over some player development stuff. If you're interested in skipping ahead to the game, the link will be right in the description. So I did want to point out Winnie Noel had an awful opening day. Pretty good here. I checked the stats, and she went about 6 1/3, 6 2/3 innings. Gave up 1 run, so pretty good day. Nice bounce back performance. I do think she's going to do a lot better in the simmer than she will when we're watching, just because of the way she's set up as a pitcher. Really good stats, not great pitch selection. Something to keep in mind going forward. But we'll see how she performs here, because we are going to be watching her play the Wild Pigs after we watch Ratherwell today. But just wanted to take a quick look at that. The other thing, player development. So, Bad Hot Brown, I'm kind of reconsidering this one. It's only 200,000. The guy needs all the help he can get, and he's off to a solid start this year. He's hitting pretty well. His defense has been good enough. It hasn't been great, obviously, but I've been overall kind of impressed with him. Third base is a position you don't need to be a great defender if the shortstop is good, and the hole we have there really has been Guns Jackman. He has just been awful. So I think we should be looking at getting a better option, defensive option over at shortstop, and maybe moving Guns to second. Another thing to keep in mind, I guess, going forward. And on that note, so I just wanted to show everyone, salaries have gone down a bit. They're still way higher than I'm willing to pay for anyone at this point. Like, B overall with bad jumps is still going for almost 10 million. That's not really... with B kind of being average in this game, maybe B minus, the total you would want to spend on someone like that would be right around 6.5 million, given the cap. You can reach, but I think maybe after the Wild Pig series we'll be able to take a look. So all that out of the way, we are going to simulate this game against the Beewolves. Kind of too bad, they were my team all the way back in Super Mega Baseball 1, but no, not off to a great start. Oh, look at that. Boy, I kind of wish we had watched it now. Wow, way to be Lana Rhymes. So, Lana Rhymes, I don't know if she got the win, but she pitched well enough, that's for sure. Let's just take a quick look. And we get the late victory. I think that was actually Guns Jackman with the RBI double at the end. Kind of hard to tell from here. Boy, he is off to a really good start at the plate. He's just defensively horrendous. Lana Rhymes, let's see. 5 earned runs. What did she have? Like 3 or 4 in her first start, and she's only pitched 8 2/3, so another short start, but respectable performance. It looks like she only gave up 1 or 2 runs. Anyway, let's simulate the CPU, and we'll go ahead and get started. So, I wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone in the thread. The reception for this has been a lot better than I was kind of anticipating or worried about, but it's been a ton of fun to create. I'm not going anywhere. I'm really looking forward to seeing where we can take the Freebooters this year, and I'm really hoping that we're kind of turning this thing around after a horrendous start. So, I don't know why I didn't just hit skip all before there. Alright, so if we're all ready, Kent Ratherwell gonna take on Whiffs Messon, who I have never faced before that I can remember, but he is... I guess this would be his... Yeah, we're at the tail end of the second start, so this would be his second start. He must have had a horrendous first start. Alright. There is a little exploit if you're playing along and you want to do like a watch game season to get your lineups in the game. I'm not going to show it now, but I will show it at some point. Alright, let's do it. I'm overall pretty impressed, though, at the way the AIs kind of set up the lineup. They platoon players. It's very creative. They use Kennicorn as the backup catcher, which I was kind of impressed by, even though it was the obvious choice. Alright, so our lineup not really in the best shape. Guns Jackman still low mojo. That's kind of interesting. But boy, here we go. Let's see how we do today. Oh, I should have checked what stadium we were in. And with Smesson kind of struggling early on here to find the strike zone. Oh, that was right down the center. He should have crushed that. And there's a foul ball, first base side. Stockton Brickhouse. There he goes. He gets the walk. Hitting around 267. Pretty decent start. Oakley Stiffs, 5 RBIs here in 8 games? Yes, this is game 8. So we have 5 RBIs in 7 games. That's a solid start as well. No. Oh, and there's a well-hit ball up the center. They're not gonna send Stiffs to third. I thought they were for a second. It looked like a slow roller. Alright, so if you'll remember, Pompducci was injured the last time we played. Off to... Ooh, and Wally Bacon, that's a great name. He mishandles that one, but they still get the man on first. Pompducci, kind of off to an interesting start. 111 average, but he is hammering the ball. I think he had our... first solo shot of the year, and I think he had one more. So here's Guns Jackman. He is off to a very good start at the plate. I don't know if I've talked about mojo yet in this game. Oh, that would have been fun. Mojo is kind of the system that simulates streaks in real baseball and streaks and slumps. So if a player has high mojo, if they're, there's a nice hit ball. That one's going to the wall. That almost gone. That's going to bring in 1 run. They'll send the second, and they are safe. So the Freebooters off to a quick 2-0 lead here. I love seeing that. Anyway, the mojo, you could see that Whiff Smesson is now tense, and... Oh, there's a well-hit ball to center. Very high. It's all the way back to the track. Got a shot. He almost robbed it at the wall, but that one goes over. So, Jackman and... Boy, I didn't even get to see who that was. It happened so quick. Sturdy Woodman. Guns Jackman and Sturdy Woodman score on the 2-run homer, and the Freebooters off to a quick 4-0 lead. Bad Hop Brown off to an excellent start at the plate. 4 RBIs, 350 average. Hasn't hit a home run yet. Let's see what he can do here. Anyway, the mojo system. The problem with this game is it's so fast, it's hard to talk about anything in depth. There's a quick liner to second. And you can see, like, Patience Evergreen, who is off to a horrendous start after a pretty good first couple games. So if they're tense, they get a penalty to all their stats. And she gets a base hit through to left field there. So Patience Evergreen on first with a 2-out single. And hopefully that'll bring the old average up. She was hitting 103 going into that. Tense is... it goes tense and rattled for the negative ones, and then locked in and on fire for the positive. So you have 2 levels each way. Most of the players are going to be neutral. It was a lot more powerful in Super Mega Baseball too, but 3 actually capped it per team so that it wouldn't tank your season. Or Patience Evergreen gonna go, but he'll pop up to the pitcher to end, I would assume, end the inning, and there it is. It was very powerful in 2, but you would get off to a hot start and you'd basically be unstoppable because your hitters would be so powerful. So now they cap it, and it kind of comes down on its own over time. There's a popper to right. I didn't even get to see who the hitter was. And Oakley Stiffs will field it for the first out. Boy, I would love to see Kent Ratherwell have a good outing here. There's one in for a strike, and foul third base side to get ahead 0-2 quickly, and there's a grounder to second. Walker runs, fields, fires to first in time for the second out. So Kent Ratherwell was not great the first time he came out, and the big issue there was that he was only able to pitch for about 4 2/3. So I'd love to see him go deeper into this game, especially since it sounds like Lana Rhymes did not really make it that deep into her match against the Beewolves. And runner goes. They're going to throw, not in time. So Wild Pigs now have 2 outs, man on second. And Freebooters up 4-0. Wild Pigs runner in scoring position now. See if they send him to third. And this is turning into quite a battle at the plate between Kent Ratherwell and Spanky Wegner, but he is going to pop up to the pitcher. And that will end the first inning. Freebooters taking a 4-0 lead early. On 4 hits, no one left in there in the top of the inning. So very efficient. You love to see that. Walker runs, another one that we might want to consider moving if he doesn't pick it up. He is, though, one of our few fast players. And he'll strike out there looking for the first out. Stockton Brickhouse will pop up to right field. And that'll bring up Oakley Stiffs. Had a big hit earlier in this one, but Whiff-Smesson seems to have calmed down a bit. Still, already thrown 50 pitches in the second inning, so that is definitely a good sign. And he walks him again. Wait, did he walk earlier? No, right. Sorry about that. He did not walk earlier. And Pomp will pop up behind the plate, and it won't quite reach the backstop for the third out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Wally Bacon.
Wally Bacon off to a great start this season, but Ratherwell fires one in there. And there's a pop-up behind the plate. Is it gonna? Nope. Jermaine Raines will grab it before it hits the backstop. So Ratherwell off to an amazing start. There's a well-hit ball to left, but Evergreen is going to get under it in time for the second out. And boy, Ratherwell really challenging these hitters too. He's staying in the zone. So there's a pop-up to first for the third out, hopefully. One would think. Wait, Sturdy Woodman playing first. That's interesting.
Now batting, the shortstop, Guns Jackman.
Guns Jackman at the plate. Had a big hit earlier in this one. And he'll ground out to second here. Wally Bacon throws the ball, and Jackman back to tense. So he's having a hard time keeping the mojo up. Sturdy Woodman with the home run earlier, a 2-run shot. Staying alive in this at-bat, so even in a rough inning, what I'm really liking here is they're forcing Whiff-Smesson to throw a lot of pitches. So Wally Bacon's going to field, fire to first, in time for the second out. And Whiff-Smesson got a good enough arm to throw a lot of pitches, but 63 here in the third. you would figure that he's not going to make it that much longer. Also got a lot of walks early on, and he walks this one too. So Bad Hop Brown's on first with 2 outs. Evergreen did have a single earlier in the game. Nice job getting around on that, but foul. And almost hit her. Boy, backs her right off the plate with that one. There's another well-hit ball. This one's fielded at short, and Wally Bacon will take it at second for the 3rd out. So with Evergreen, she at least seems to have gotten her bat alive. She's hitting the ball well. That one just happened to be right at the fielder. And Ratherwell. It's been kind of rare that he's gotten out behind batters early in these at-bats, but a rare walk for him right there. See what the Pigs can make of that. And Godfried Storm has yet to have a hit, but there's one. That is very high, very far, at the wall. It's going to be gone. So Godfried Storm gets his first hit in a big way here in this game. And the Wild Pigs able to get the game a little bit closer. It's now 4-2. So we'll see if Kent Ratherwell can recover. And he is going right after Bloop there with some strikes. Get ahead 0-2 quickly here. And gets him to ground out to second. So kind of a rough start to the inning, but does get that out. Hopefully that's a good sign. And the 1-2 inside. So looked like he went outside with that fastball, got some light contact, a tapper right back to the pitcher for the 2nd out. So Ratherwell doing a really nice job mixing up his locations. But I am concerned when he gets behind on batters early, he seems to throw easy strikes for them. And, okay. Nice job getting him to swing at the low inside fastball, and he will ground it to first. So Wild Pigs able to get back 2 runs there, but the Freebooters still holding a 4-2 lead. And, ooh, that one was right up the middle. Rain should have destroyed it. Liff Smesson does not throw hard, so if you can get those strikes up the center, then you really got to take advantage of that. Backed him off the plate there with the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And Rains doing a nice job staying alive in this at-bat. There's the full count, and Rains is going to walk. So a nice job. He did lay off some pretty... Ooh, they're going to turn... Oh, that is a good name. They're going to turn to left-handed specialist, Handero Specialo. With Jermaine Rains on first, nobody out in the 4th. And he'll get the strikeout. Lefty to righty. Beautiful work. So, normally you would call a left-handed specialist in for a left-handed batter. But, pretty much our entire lineup is right-handed, so guess beggars can't be choosers. There's a well-hit ball, but, oh, man. Oh, Jermaine Rains had to turn and hold up just in case they caught that one, and he didn't quite make it to second in time, so that ended up being a fielder's choice. And there's a shattered bat right to first. They're going to carry that to the bag for the 3rd out. So Freebooters get a runner with nobody out, but not able to capitalize. And that will take us to the 5th. 4th. Sorry, bottom of the 4th? Top of the 4th? Huh. I guess it would be the top of the fourth. And Ratherwell's going to walk the first hitter on 4 pitches.
Now batting, the second baseman, Wally Bacon.
Remember what happened last time he walked the leadoff hitter. Ratherwell only thrown 47 pitches now. But, boy, of the last 10, 7 have been balls. And there's a high pop up to left field. It's carrying right to the edge of the track. Evergreen is going to get to it for the first out.
Now batting, the catcher,
Frank Battery. That's good. And Battery is going to pop one in there. That's going to bloop fair right on the line. So a very, I mean, you could say great, you could say lucky bit of hitting. I guess to be great, you got to be lucky in baseball. Frank Battery's standing up on second with a double. And Ratherwell now has second and third, 1 out. There's a well-hit ball. It's carrying. That one's going to be gone. So a 3-run blast is going to bring the Wild Pigs up 5-4. Kent Ratherwell just hung one right up in the zone. It looked a little bit outside, but caught most of the plate.
now batting, the left fielder, Enrique Goya.
So Ratherwell's 4th inning struggles continue after he got off to a pretty good start in this one. Yeah, I don't think your itchy butt's the problem there, buddy. Guns Jackman's going to throw to first in time for the out.
The center fielder, Godfrey Storm.
So Godfried Storm has 1 out in his Wild Pig career, or 1 out, 1 hit, and that was against Kent Ratherwell earlier in this game, the home run. So I guess if you're going to get one, that would be one to get. And struck him out looking. Damage is definitely done. The 3-run home run now puts the Wild Pigs up 5-4 going into the 5th inning.
Now batting, the third baseman, Pomp Ducey.
Pomp Ducey up. And he's going to pop up. What were you doing going after that one? My goodness.
Now batting, the shortstop, Guns Jackman.
It'll bring up Guns Jackman. He had a big hit earlier in this game. If he can get on here, there's a well-hit ball to center. Hard liner, but Godfried Storm was right there.
The first baseman, Sturdy Woodman.
So 2 down in the inning, nobody on for Sturdy Woodman. And boy, are we just going to make it that easy for him? Was that like a 5 or 6 pitch inning right there? Freebooters showing no discipline at the plate there. Other than the 4-run first inning, they really haven't done much in this one after... Oh boy. So Freebooters are going to turn to the Steamboat. See if maybe he can get things right. And that one's going to roll over the bag for a base hit. They'll send the runner to second. Oakley Stiffs will throw. It's not going to be in time, but Jackman couldn't handle the ball anyway. So Steamboat Whistle immediately gives up a double. I guess you could say he was unlucky, but again, to be great, you got to be lucky. And that one's gone. So a 2-run shot that looked like it was right into some kind of restaurant. Or maybe it fell into the bullpen. And the Wild Pigs are going to take a 7-4 lead. So maybe don't go right to Steamboat Whistle next time, Coach. And there's a ball that probably should have been a second home run, but it's going to be popped up. Looked like he got a little bit under it. Walker runs throwing to first. And as much as I hate this team right now, I do love the name Spanky Wagner. There's a well-hit ball to left, and Patience Evergreen is going to get under that one for the second out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Wally Bacon.
See if Whistle can get out of the inning here. Off to a quick 2-strike start. And there's another one that probably should have been taken for a home run right down the middle of the plate, but Stockton Brickhouse is going to be fielding that one for the third out. 2-run home run puts the Wild Pigs up 7-4 going into the 6th inning. Freebooters stepping to the plate after Hander Ospecial had himself about a 5 or 6 pitch inning in the 5th. We'll see if the Freebooters can do a little bit more here. But Bad Hop Brown behind 0-2 very quickly, and grounds one to first. Spanky Wagner carrying to the bag himself.
The left fielder, Patience Evergreen.
So it would be nice to see Patience get her bat going here. But not really going after those. She's going to hit this one up the center for a base hit. Well hit grounder past the diving infielder. Patience Evergreen going to have herself a nice little 2-single day. Now 2 for 3 on the day. Jermaine Raines walked last time he was up. We'll see what he can do here. His bat has been pretty quiet to start the year, and he is going to ground it. Let's see if they go to second. They're not. So that'll be a fielder's choice that advances Patience Evergreen. See if Walker Runs can get her home with the runner in scoring position. Andro Special's been pretty tough here, but down behind 3-0. And a slider hanging right over the plate. There's one. So Walker Runs, singles to center. They're going to send the runner, and Spanky Wagner is going to grab it to prevent the runner from advancing to second, so Patience able to come home. The Freebooters still behind, but now it's 7-5. At least within striking distance. Pitcher's going to throw over, but Walker Runs, one of our few fast players on the team. I had forgotten about that. Wasn't going there, though. We'll see if they send him. And they will. Sent him on 3 balls. Pitcher ended up walking Stockton Brickhouse. So now first and second with 2 outs. And go ahead run at the plate. Hander Special falling behind 3-0. And walks the bases full. A big moment here for Pompducci. They're going to bring in Lana Lantana to try to get them out of this inning. Great junk, great control. Having a very difficult start to her year, though. And there was a fastball right down the middle of the plate. Ducey not able to turn on it. But she is behind 3-1 here. There's a well-hit ball to right. That one's not coming down. Almost into the second deck. That one's going to land at the bus stop. Pompducci gets himself a grand slam. Number 0 with 4 RBIs.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And the Freebooters take a 9-7 lead here in the 6th. Guns Jackman at the plate, seeing if he can extend that. Lana Lantana's struggles continue, it would seem. The 2-2. And Jackman's going to foul that away. Full count now. The payoff pitch is going to be well hit, but grounded to second. Bacon Fields throws in time, but the Freebooters take a 5-run inning off of the grand slam by Pompducci. So the Freebooter is going to try to leave Steamboat in there. Pompducci with a Boy, they got him playing third. Very nice. Had a diving stop there. I thought it was a catch at first. But the runner makes it to first. Still a nice job keeping that from rolling into the outfield and possibly giving up 2 bases. So hopefully Steamboat Whistle can keep it under control, kind of mix up his locations. That one's going to roll just foul. Maybe get them out of an inning. There's a grounder right to short. They're going to fire to first in time for the double play. So that'll remove all the base runners. Freebooters get a nice... Whistle does a nice job of pitching to get that double play. And there's a grounder to Douchey. Bouncer to Douchey, that is. He'll throw to first, and that will end the inning. So Wild Pigs get nothing going on an early base runner. And we are now going into the 7th inning. Hard hit ball, but driven right into the dirt on the first pitch. They are going to throw him out at first. And I like this plan here, putting Bad Hot Brown at DH. With Pomducci at third. Ooh, Lantana, some quick reaction time on the mound there. Brown hit a hard grounder right to her. Almost got through there for a base hit. Evergreen having a good day at the plate, 2 for 3 so far. Nice job laying off that one. That was very borderline, but there's a soft grounder to short, and Alba will field and throw in time for the 3rd out. Wild Pigs will come to the plate, facing a 9-7 deficit. Oh, and they're going to move in Cash Basket, the hero of Game 6, into left field today. Steamboat Whistle had a horrible start, but he's done a decent job. Had at least a decent job in the 6th inning. He also gave up the initial lead the Freebooters were carrying. Excuse me, Ratherwell gave that up. Whistle just made it worse. And he'll walk that one on 5 pitches. So great speed on first. I wouldn't be surprised if they send the runner. Whistle looks like he's getting a bit tired. And he has thrown a lot of balls in these last 2 at-bats. Now the Freebooters have other pitchers. So they might want to, especially giving Steamboat Whistle struggles, they might want to go to someone else sooner than later here. Boy, that one looked like a pitch out. And he walks him. So, go ahead run, steps to the plate. And they are going to turn to Grace Lupinovich to try to get them out of this one. They are set up for the double play, and the infield is in double play depth. Double steal is successful. Both runners will move. Double play no longer on. And hard hit ball, center field. This one's got carry. The fielder is back, and it's gone. A 3-run shot to the deepest part of the field. 426 feet will make this a 9-10 ball game. So Lupinovich comes into the game and immediately gives up the 3-run home run. And there's a well-hit ball. Fielder is not going to get to it. That one's going to bounce against the wall. Brickhouse throws to second. Cut off by Guns Jackman. Not much of an arm there in center field. So there's a double for the Wild Pigs. And they might not be done yet. There's a pop-up to second.
Now back. The catcher, Frank Battery.
Runner at second, 2 outs, 7th inning. And Wild Pigs now leading 10-9. This one has been quite a game so far. Lupinovich will walk him.
Now batting, the third baseman, Roberto Alba.
It'll be first and second now, 2 outs. And hard hit ball. That'll bounce off Guns Jackman's glove. And wow, Sturdy Woodman able to dig that one out of the dirt to get the third out. So a great bit of fielding at first, and a decent job by Jackman to knock that one down and prevent another run. Freebooters keep themselves in the game. Stop the Wild Pigs from scoring there. But they got to get some runs here. You're not going to get them that way. Jermaine Raines looking at a strikeout.
The second baseman, Walker Run.
Walker Run had a big RBI single earlier in the game. And that one's going to stay fair, but Wagner grabs it. And Lantana mishandles the ball. So Walker Runs is going to be safe on the error. And Lantana now very uncomfortable on the mound, but manages to pop up Stockton Brickhouse.
Now batting, the right fielder, Oakley Stick.
Boy, this one is exciting. 2 outs, runner on first. Go-ahead run now at the plate, and Oakley Stiffs now behind 0-2. And he'll ground out to first. Wagner's going to carry to the bag himself. Doesn't want to repeat the error. So Freebooter's not able to capitalize on that error. Still trailing 10-9.
Now batting, the left fielder, Enrique Toyo.
And Lupinovich will get the strike, will get the ground out there for the first out.
The center fielder, Godfrey Storm.
They really might want to go to Ryder, though, at this point. She has thrown 15 pitches. Looks like she threw some yesterday because her stamina's getting pretty low. And she's not throwing particularly accurately. Boy, well-hit liner, but right to first baseman Sturdy Woodman.
Michael.
And nice job getting the ground at the third. Dushy's going to field and throw in time for the third out. Freebooter is able to send down the Wild Pigs, 1-2-3. And they're going to get one more chance in the 9th inning.
Third baseman, now in the game, Manon Moon.
So Wild Pigs make some defensive switches, but they're going to leave Alana Lantana in. And there's a single up the center, well-hit liner to get the leadoff runner on. Tom Dushy having a really nice game today. So go-ahead run now at the plate in the 9th inning. Guns Jackman eyes the pitch. 1-1. Good speed and hard hit ball, but that's going to be right at the second baseman. And there's a double play.
The first baseman, now pitching, Donovan Drake.
And Wild Pig's going to turn to Donovan Drake to close out this one. He's going to hit him. I felt that one up here. Boy, I'm not even on the same field.
Designated hitter, Bad Hawk Brown.
Right in the hip. Fortunately not injured. Bad Hot Brown now at the plate. Be nice to see him do something here. Donovan Drake throws hard, but not particularly accurately. He's going to pop him up to first. And if that one stays in the field of play, that ought to end the game. There it is, third out. Wild Pigs will take the first of this 2-game set. So, Freebooters get off to a hot start and then have a very nice 5-run 6th inning, but unable to hold the lead in both instances. Missed a couple of scoring opportunities as well. Cash Basket didn't get a chance in this one. If she had, you can bet it would have gone out again. Lupinovich is going to take the loss after giving up the home run when she came in the game. And Lantana will get the win in spite of not a great performance, but most of the runs that she gave up, Ospecialo put on the base, so that doesn't really get reflected here. But we do get player of the game for the first time ever. So Pomp Duchy, actually our first player of the game in this franchise. Kind of interesting. 2 for 5, a home run, the Grand Slam. So that run also on the Grand Slam. And certainly had himself a nice little game here. Boy, so that one, another great baseball game. Unfortunately, we weren't able to pull that one out. I'm just going to go ahead and simulate to the next one. We won't be playing it here. I'll be posting that one probably tomorrow. Alright, so in our division, we're actually tied with the Herbisaurs right now. And we're only 3 games behind, so we do have a shot, still. A couple players lower asking salary. It actually looks like Slide Young could be affordable now. We might... It looks like players are starting to reach the point where you would pay for them. Ed Reed is actually... I'm a little bit intrigued at $9 million. Why don't we take a quick look at that? Great pitch selection. I just love the forkball. Decent stats. Oh, he's not left-handed. That's his batting hand. Right-handed, 25, $9 million. Not a bad asking price for a guy like that. I mean, he could be with you for a couple years. So maybe we wait another game, see if he comes down a little bit more. Maybe we just go after him. Another interesting... I wouldn't pay 11.1 for him, but interesting thought here. Nib Bernal, relief pitcher, 4 pitches, specialist, left-handed, which is something we need. Pretty good stats as well, so he's kind of a stud. 30 years old, but he could be around for a bit. Would definitely give us a chance now. However, he does cost more than I think anyone in our... Let's see. He costs more than anyone other than K. Frequin. So, actually, that would be... Although that wouldn't add left-handed talent to the bullpen. But it would be a thought there. Alright, not going to do it, obviously, right now. The pitchers I'm kind of keeping an eye on here, Antonella Ramsey is just a stud at closer. I don't know if we want to go closer because our bullpen eats up so many innings. And Zap Castaneda, I don't think we're going to get him, but my God, look at that name. Look at that card. Look at those stats. Anyway, some things to think about before we go into the next game. And also, our player development money now stands at $1,266,666. So, if there's a time to go after a development opportunity, it's when you got the Mark of the Beast on your staff. Anyway, you all have a fantastic night, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow for Game 2 against the Wild Pigs. Goodbye.